This week on the New Leadership Normal, championship hiring. You simply can't win with permanently mediocre team members. The culture of your organization is pretty important. But what is culture? In the absence of rules, in the heat of the front line, in front of your most important customers, everyone does the best right thing. That's what a championship culture does for us, and why, as a leader, you need to spend time influencing and supporting the culture. Last week, we talked about treating everyone uniquely. See Lombardi's secret when you're done here. Clearly, you can't have a great culture without the right people. So we have to deal with how to hire those best people. Let's jump back to the beginning of the process today and talk about the interview. No one wants to bring in bad apples. Hiring bad matches can be costly, not only in dollars, but more importantly in the impact on the culture. This can derail a great strategy. Some people test and interview well and slip through without revealing their crippling weaknesses. It happens. You can't win them all, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try. Human resources has a lot to do with planning, identifying candidates, dealing with the legalities, and handling things like benefits and other onboarding tasks after the hire. HR is an important part of the process, of course. However, as a leader, you cannot abdicate responsibility to anyone outside your team when deciding who will contribute to the success of your organization. Whatever the overall process for hiring, you can control how the interview process goes. The candidate may meet with HR first, but the interview process where the decision is made should be controlled by you. The interview. A group interview is the key. No one loves this. It takes extra preparation, but it's worth it. The dynamics of a group interview is what makes the process work. As the hiring leader, you may be part of the group or interview the candidate separately afterwards. There are some rules for the process. The makeup of the interview team. The team is made up of 4 to 5 people, including a future colleague of the candidate, the immediate supervisor, and someone the candidate will lead or will be lower ranking than the candidate. Good cop, bad cop. The interviewers must be prepared to ask and answer questions about what's great and also not so great about the job. For example, if travel is a part of the position, someone needs to explore if the candidate really understands what that means. The interview team must prepare ahead of time. Each player has a part. This needs to be communicated and worked out ahead of time. Interview team analysis. The interview team discussion after the interview is where the work gets done. The team must be unanimous. Like a jury, the team must be unanimous for the candidate to be hired. This required in-depth conversation, discussing details, challenging perceptions, and even some horse trading. If someone on the team has to convince others that the candidate will be a good fit, guess who becomes the new hire's natural, motivated mentor? The next rule does more for culture building than any other component of the process. The leader cannot overrule the interview team. What? As a leader, you get to participate in the discussions and have a voice like everyone else on the team. Your experience and perspective are important, but you should have to influence the team on merit rather than playing the boss card. Do you trust the team? Realize what's happening. When you use this process, trust is implicit throughout the approach. The team, even beyond the interview team, takes ownership over who ultimately gets the opportunity to make the organization successful. Through the process, deep, practical communication is happening. The guts of your culture are being discussed openly in a purposeful way. The new candidate receives natural, motivated mentors to help them be successful. The interview and hiring approach is a significant part of building and reinforcing the culture necessary for success. There is also simply better hiring with the varied viewpoints represented. I think you can see the subtle but very powerful impacts on leadership that happens with this approach. That's it for this week. Look in the description below if you're on YouTube for the link to the blog post that has more details. What do you think? I'd love to hear your questions about setting up this interviewing process. Please share in the comments. Thanks for joining me. If you missed us last week, click the video to your right for Lombardi's Secret. Will I see you Saturday morning? Each Saturday, our special email conversation focuses on you as a leader with a message you won't see anywhere else. Click the link on the top right of your screen or visit jimcanterucci.com. Please join us for more next week on the new Leadership Normal.